Hey, great Saturday evening. It is a amazing evening in the city of Brownsville, Texas. And let me say that it feels amazing to be back on the evening show. It was way too long. And I appreciate a lot of the different messages that I received. Appreciate a lot of the messages I received in regards to where are you? Why aren't you on? And I'm sure that Vito, Frankie, Tim, and Carlos explained it fairly well. But it's the weekend. It's good to be back. So it's just good to be here. Hey, Linda, trick or treat. Happy Halloween. Hey, Sebastian, my man. Love you. Cheese 2020. Yeah, yeah. Evening, Joe. Míralo, saludos, Lionel. Yes, back in the hot seat. Good evening, husband Frankie. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to you too, mi amor. Hey, Kirina. Jimmy! Love you. Hey, we're going to do breakfast, I think, this week. Maybe? With Frank. Not you, Frank. The other Frank. You too, Frankie. Evening, gentlemen. As it going. Connie gets going. Welcome back. It's good to be back. Thank you. God bless. Saludos, Eduardo. Vito, come back. No! Jimmy, come! I didn't even put it on there. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. What about the football programs? Are you going to shut them down? Yes. Good evening, gentlemen. God bless you. God bless you, Marta. Happy Halloween, Ramona. How's it going? And it's good to have you here with us today. 3 more days of victory for both of you. For all of us, Fernando. This election day, it's not just about Frankie, Olivo, Erasmo Castro, Carlos Elizondo Melguizo, Vito. It's about our community. It's about everyone on here, guys. So yes, it is 3 more days to victory. 2.5 days actually. Thank you so much. Arvin Tucker, my man, love you. Good job, good guy here. Good guy here. Happy Halloween, Jennifer. Good evening, good evening. Boo, buenas noticias. Al Capona anda suelta. No. Where's the costume? I actually took it off. I had a wedding that I had to do, and I did it in outfit. Of course, I looked amazing. Happy Halloween, guys. How's it going? Breakfast, Frankie. Frankie. Welcome back. It's good to be back. Love y'all. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. Raquel, good evening. Welcome back. It's good to be back. Who's that you guys?
You mean Frankie?
You're fired. I'm sounding like Donald Trump. Hola, man.
Hi, Linda.
Good evening, Erasmo, Frankie. Good evening, Suzanne. Going to get out the house. Good job, Eve. Doctor. Is that Eve? No. Biggie Smokehouse, the best barbacoa, smoked barbacoa in Brownsville. Hey, Benny, how's it going, man? Oh my God, he is back. It's about time we can finally read each other's comments being made and not scrolling through. Yes. And Lonnie is here. Lonnie, love you, Lonnie. God bless. Good to see you the other day. Good morning, future board members. Preach, except Manny. Yes. Steve, preach. Good evening, Robert. And I mean afternoon. That's what saca el queso. Lo traigo en la arca. I don't know why I said that. I dressed up as Sylvia for Halloween. No! Rodrigo, we miss you. I miss you too, guys. And I'm back. Manny, you are everywhere. Manny's kind of like a hot commodity right about now, I hear. For some reason. I'm not sure why. Vito looks different. No! Soprano would not let the comments come by. He's nuts! Hello, guys. I keep my truck clean just because of your poster, Erasmo. Finally! I'm sure your family is greatly appreciative of that. Like, ya era tiempo que Benjamín limpiara la troca. It was so good to see you at this hour. Yes, guys. And let me tell you, guys explained, because I am still on the witness list, and prosecution has not rested. As soon as the prosecution rests, we will be back on here. I think one of the things that was mentioned, I don't know, I was not here, but I think one thing that was mentioned, Frankie, is it is expected on Monday. The prosecution will rest in regards to that trial that we will not speak about tonight. Is that correct?
That is correct. Based on Carlos Elizondo and Tim Ramirez's report regarding the trial, the Sylvia Atkinson federal bribery charge trial. we do expect the federal government to
Ah,
rest on Monday, and the defense will have the option of whether to present a case on their client's behalf. We do hear that Baltasar Salazar and Trey Mendez are the two witnesses that have been subpoenaed by the defense. So that is something that we should expect on Monday.
I couldn't hear anything that Frankie was saying. But again, as soon as the prosecution rests, I'll be back. And I hear that it should be resting on Monday. So you better believe, guys, I'll be here on Monday and I will explain everything that I know. But let me tell you, one of the things that I think is very important, it is a very decisive, it is a very historical day for the city of Brownsville, for our community, guys. I know that a lot of you weren't around to live through the Limas, the Conrado Cantu, the Villalobos thing, and a lot of you were. A lot of you might not have been that involved in politics or even care to find out what was going on. But let me say something, guys. This is all of them that came before, all put together in this one. It's that simple, guys. And again, as crazy as it may sound, guys, it is something that I have been saying, and again, I've been saying for a long, long time. So for me, it's finally that moment where I go like, and again, guys, let me say, and I talked about this with I think Frankie was there. We talked about it with Carlos Elizondo. I'm not sure if Frankie was there or not, or if he was in his five senses. He hardly ever is. But one of the things that I did mention, guys, that Carlos and myself, we've gone through hell and a half. We've gone through hell and a half. We've gone through accusations like you wouldn't believe. Look, guys, there was a rumor going on today, just today. I received a rumor that they're trying to press some type of charges, build up some charges, and try to get some warrants out. And guys, that's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff we have to go through, guys. And again, and one of the things that I spoke with Vito Cardenas, with Frankie, with Carlos, and with the others, Marisa, Coach Joe, that were running, I made mention, guys, we're going to take hits. We're going to come out on the blogs. We're going to be slammed. They're going to build fake Facebook pages all over the place. Guys, we might get arrested. We might get arrested. We might get charges brought out upon us. They are that desperate, folks. That desperate to preserve their cash cow. That desperate. And with that form of desperation, guys, people do crazy things. Crazy, crazy, crazy things. And again, I'm going to say it. It's not a part of the case, so I'll say it again. Guys, to this day, I do not believe that there were two suicides at BISD. To this day, I do not believe that there were two suicides at BISD. And look, guys, one of the things, and again, we'll go into it's dramatic. One of the things that has come out that has been very surprising is, how they manipulate the system. And again, I'm not talking about the trial, although I think that some stuff came out in the news about it. How they manipulate the system in order to steal from you and me. And one of the things that I'd hope to guide a lot of people through is to our campaign finance reports. And our campaign finance reports are very telling. Roman, did you get a chance to see Minerva's campaign finance report?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, there was a lot of missing information, and apparently, the Texas Ethics Commission is now claiming that they don't have no jurisdiction over certain portions of a campaign finance report, but definitely over the portions about missing information like addresses and first names and last names and whatnot. So she has a lot of stuff. Just letting you know, Erasmo, you might be having some issues. Are you getting any comments going through to your page right now?
Tons.
Tons. Okay. So you're not having issues like we did. Okay, good. I'm glad, because we were having issues with our StreamYard earlier. But yeah, it was just awesome. Yay.
Cool.
Yeah, just making sure. No, and I'm glad that they're investigating. I'm not happy about the fact that it might take a while to investigate her on those things, and hopefully she'll fix them. But yeah.
Well, one of the things that for me is very important, Frankie, have you seen the reports? Minerva Peña's campaign finance reports?
Yes, there are some. I believe she did make amendments. She amended the campaign finance report after the fact that this came out to light. There was instances, Manny, on her campaign finance reports where she just lists a first name without without a last name. And also there are certain individuals, a tax collecting firm, Purdue, out of Edinburgh. They're either partners or attorneys that work for the firm, gave her monetary donations. And on her campaign finance report, she lists their address of being in Brownsville, when it is well known that these individuals reside in Hidalgo County, and I believe their office is out of Hidalgo County as well, Edinburgh to be exact. So yes, it is something that I was kind of scratched my head on, because what is, and again, this isn't somebody who's it's his first rodeo. Like I would expect somebody like myself to leave out some stuff, which you shouldn't have, but you could make the argument that
Yes,
a brand new candidate might make those mistakes. But you have an individual, Manny, that has been on the board for 12 years. She's asking the public, the community, for 4 more years. So we have to ask ourselves, why is this individual doing these things? Is it done intentionally? Is it done to mask who the real person behind giving her those monies? And one would say, what's the big deal? We understand vendors are salivating at a multi-million-dollar contract. So is there a need to hide the identity of these people? So it kind of leads to more questions, guys, as to why was this done? And again, this isn't a person who is new to this. She is a very experienced woman, a politician, 12 years, that there is no excuse, in my opinion, there is no excuse to say, you know what, I didn't know. So again, what were her intentions? Was she trying to avoid the competitor, Linebarger, from knowing this? But then again, competitors, they always know the opponent. You always know them, or at least you should. You should know everything about your opponent. So what is the real reason? What is the real reason for doing this is my question.
Well, it's very telling, and I'll tell you what happened, Manny. There was this vendor who she opted not to put the complete information in regards to, and it's something that Arvin is saying, incomplete information about donors or campaign finance reports may help the board members receive such donations. Vote in favor of a vendor without public really finding out the connections. And Arvin, Mr. Tucker is completely right. And let me tell you what happened. Minerva didn't want to turn in the campaign finance report. She didn't want to, and she went up to the office up there at Price Road and told the secretaries, "Well, what if I just wait till after the election to post like that?" That's how hidden she wanted to do it. And the secretaries reminded her, Miss Peña, the FBI is watching. Do you really want to do that? But this is how stupid this woman is. She not only, she did listen and file the report, but then she hid the vendor that she already had voted in favor of. Because if y'all remember correctly, she voted in favor of this vendor. And look, guys, the vendors can donate the money. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing illegal with that. A vendor donate, Rona, the vendor donating money is not illegal. So Purdue, I mean, God bless them. Let them donate the money, man. That's okay. Report it. Report it accordingly. But one, she didn't want to file the report because she didn't want people to know that vendors had given her money. And two, when she was reminded that the federal government was watching, then she decides to put them on, but only puts the name without placing the company. So it is blatant trying to hide stuff. That is criminal. I mean, that goes a little bit beyond the Ethics Commission. That is criminal. Your take, Manny?
It's shady. I mean, maximum shady. The other thing that was shady that I was talking about, I think last night on my show, was the other gentleman, Mr. Cowan, 50 grand.
50 grand.
$50,000 Now, are we to believe he really loves the children and everything that much that he's passionate about that? To me, that doesn't feel that way. Why the heck would you spend that kind of money? You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to owe somebody.
On a position that pays nothing.
Yeah. And he hasn't said anything about it, right, Manny? I mean, he still hasn't said anything about the. Oh wait, can we mention the fact that in the trial that or the news media, KRGV reported that, I think it was KRGV report, that his name was mentioned and said that he apparently accepted a bribe, and the words of the defendant's own words. So I'm curious why he hasn't said anything about it. I mean, we want to know. We're voters. I didn't vote for him, but still there are people that have not voted. I'm sure they'd like to know whether or not he took a bribe or not. Just say it, you know. But maybe he just doesn't want everybody to know and will hide the truth. Just say yes or no. And I'm going to ask here in a more public product, like, Phil Cowan, did you or did you not take a bribe? And if you did not, tell us that you did not. And if you did, tell us why. I think the voters deserve to know. I think the taxpayers deserve to know. And I think the children of Brownsville ISD deserve to know. Right, Manny? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I mean, why does he want to be there so bad? I mean, why does somebody want to be there that bad where they're gonna have that kind of expense? Almost $50,000 at this point, maybe over.
It's all about the money. For them, it's all about the money, and that's very apparent what's happened in the past 3, 4, 5 months in regards to their meetings. Their focus has always been solely on the money. Would it mean that she is also trying to avoid taxes? No, because what happens is you receive these monetary donations, and these monetary donations are supposed to be used on a campaign, so it's not taxed.
It's not taxable. Yeah.
It's not actually money that's going into your pocket, Dave. It's money that then you write out the expenses, what you spent to get to the position. The question is then, why are vendors so infused with depositing tens of thousands of dollars, like Baltasar Salazar? Let's mention Baltasar Salazar. Baltasar Salazar, according to the report, deposited $7,000 to $8,000 in Minerva Peña's account and Philip Cowan's account. What interest? We know that he's given Denise Garza money. We know that he's given Daniela Lopez Valdez money. We know that he's tried to give little Eddie money. What is the interest of Baltasar Salazar? One of the board members from Port Isabel made mention that if the board attorney would be donating to any candidate, they would immediately fire his ass. And that is the correct response. Frankie, why would Baltasar Salazar be so adamant about putting money into Minerva Peña's campaign?
I have 300,000 reasons why he would do so. And again, going back to what Manny said, this is something that's very shady. We have a board attorney who has been there for 5+ years. I want to say maybe 6 or 7 years that he has served the district in that capacity. And in every election, we see him actively involved in politics. And one thing that Ms. Laura Perez Reyes mentioned during the board meeting one time, when she was questioning and wanting to bring to light certain things that she saw wrong with Baltasar Salazar, was that he always favored the 4 majority. That if you were in the majority, he catered to you, and he made sure that, you know, he was always there. He was kissing their butt pretty much. That's what I got from Laura Perez Reyes. That if you were in the minority, that he wouldn't pay you no mind. So we see an individual who is actively involved in politics, in making sure that he has the 4 or the majority of the group happy, satisfied, because at the end of the day, they are, and this might sound wrong, but they are his bosses. They're not his bosses, but they have they have the opportunity to hire and fire him based on their vote. So he's going to do everything possible to make sure to make them happy. It shouldn't be that way. We know from, correct me if I'm wrong, the tenure of board attorneys usually is 3, 4, possibly 5 years, because there's always an alternating new board. But we have seen individuals such as Minerva Peña, who's been there for 12 years. She was present. She voted on first hiring this individual. when he was not qualified, in my opinion, to take the position back in 2013. So he plays his favorites, guys. He plays his favorites, and politics is a brutal sport. I understand that, but ethically, I do not think it is right for a board attorney to be giving money because at the end of the day, it's just circulating the money. Because at the end of the day, it could be considered, a quid pro quo. I give you something, and you make sure you don't fire me. That is how I take it. We should implement a policy where no board member could receive a monetary donation from somebody in Mr. Baltasar Salazar's capacity, because at the end of the day, it is a vote to whether to keep him on board or fire him, and I don't think that's correct.
The victory party is going to be a Jack in the Box at 7:10, right after we finish off for the day. The candidates get to keep any money left over from the campaign? No. They keep the money, but it's in a till that they can use later on for other campaign finances or other campaign expenses. But it's not money for them to keep personally in no way, shape, or form. So it's not money that they keep. It's not like, oh, I've got a lot of this extra money. It's money for them to continue to use on their campaign. And I'll give you an example. If you have $100 left over and you want to, as a candidate, have an event, something that has to do with a campaign, then you can do that. But it has to be campaign related.
And does anybody track that, or how does it? Who keeps an eye on that?
Texas Ethics Commission is supposed to. They're the ones that the ones that you can report to. How many 2,000 donations is he going to receive to pay off his $50,000 expenses? I think that's 25. I'm not good at math.
Do you have any idea how much each vote costs? Is it always $2,000? Is it $100 for a smaller vote, or?
Well, I think $2,000 was the amount that had been mentioned. Also, one of the other things that people need to realize, and again, the campaign finance reports are very, very telling, especially now that the federal government is so very close to us. One of the machines that one of the vendors that deposited money in the sitting board members right now was that Sunco machine or something, Safeco machine, Safeco company that that actually provided the kiosk. So they voted on getting those kiosks, and then they received money from the vendor. That is unethical. It is unethical. Again, it's not illegal. It's just unethical. Unethical. It is illegal when it's a quid pro quo. When they have a recording where there's some documentation that, hey, I'm going to give you this money, but we need for you to do this for us. That's where it becomes very super illegal, as we're learning. I know they're not in to make money for themselves. They only care about themselves. They only care about themselves 100%. When will they ask about the vendors' bids for vendors in Rio Hondo? Actually, I think that they already did, according to the news. That's what I've heard, seen on the news media, that they've already come into question. And again, they're ready to hear what the defense has to say in regards to it. So it's going to be interesting. Hello, Manny.
Hey, Roman.
You're not blocked.
Roman, could you explain to us, Roman, what possible outcome could come from Minerva Peña's campaign finance report? What should we expect from the Texas Ethics Commission?
I think they have 10 business days in order for Minerva to reply. And what can actually happen, they'll negotiate whether or not how much the bill is going to be, but she'll more than likely be fined for some sort of amount for violating, and they'll determine that. And then they'll have her sign if she agrees to it. Maybe they'll have like a sort of, and you can see a lot of these. You can go back to, I think, 2010 or 2011. You'll see people like Sofia Benavides as listed as having some sort of not a contract, but an agreement from herself and the Texas Ethics Commission, and have some sort of a fine laid out against her. So that probably will happen to her at some point.
And I'll explain something, because someone said, "Oh, that's what did you have a fine levied against you for $500?" Yes, but my fine was very simple: late reporting. Very, very simple: late reporting. It wasn't trying to hide a vendor. It wasn't trying to give false information on a report. And that's where it gets very, very, very tricky, because there's that little fine line of being unethical or just being a little bit on the lazy side, and or being a little bit on the ignorant side, which I'm going to claim a little bit of ignorance. Again, had never done this before. But again, no excuse. The fine was levied. The fine was there. Again, $500. Am I going to pay the fine to the ethics commission? Hell no. I'm not going to pay the fine because I explained to them the situation. They still said no. So screw you. But with that said, let's say there's a difference between doing something with malice, and it is blatant that this woman did something maliciously because of the conversations that she had at the superintendent secretary's office, and because she did not place the vendor on the report, and because she placed the names of the individuals that work at the company on the report. Again, it's just blatant, guys. And then she put an incorrect address on purpose. They are not in no way, shape, or form from Brownsville.
Well, and you know this because you've done campaign finance reports, and I know this because I've run for office. When you receive a contribution from someone, it's your duty as a candidate to do everything you can to get that information. You get the date when they give it to you, the name, the first and last name. You get the what else? The address, the amount. You get all that information, the occupation. I guess the ethics commission is going to claim that in some, because the school board raised that they don't have to get the occupation or employer on that list. I guess that's what the ethics commission is claiming. But again, I'm not an attorney, but at the very least, you should be able to get the first and last name, and they didn't, and she didn't. She obviously did that for some people. She had the first, how do you just put Brandon? Who the hell is this Brandon, Minerva? Who is this Brandon?
Nobody knows, and maybe soon find out. Yes, Carlos Elizondo is correct. Little Eddie has COVID. Yes, and my prayers out to Mr. Garcia, and my prayers out to the Garcia family. My prayers out to the Garza camp, and God be with you all. May this quarantine time, be a productive one and a healthy one. Again, yes. Edelmiro Garcia has tested positive. And again, prayers for the family, prayers for Mr. Garcia. COVID-19 is something that you do not wish on anyone. And look, Mr. Garcia and myself have had our, maybe a little bit, couple of disagreements here and there, maybe one or two. But again, COVID-19 is not something that you wish on anyone. So may he be safe. May he recover quickly. And blessings on his family, on Ms. Garza, Denise Garza's camp, on their people. Again, this is not a hoax. And unfortunately for them, they were, parading around together without social distancing. And, Philip Cowan made mention that, he was very arrogant, would, hated wearing the face covering, didn't want to use the face covering, would just take it off and, feel very nonchalant about it. This is not a hoax. I don't care what your master Minerva Peña says. This is not a hoax. You are in a position because you were placed on there. You were appointed on there. People are looking.
Erasmo, may I ask a question on that COVID situation? Does that mean anybody that came into contact with Mr. Garcia should stay in quarantine? And have you or any of the Eddie and any of our favorite candidates who we support been in contact with him since he received coronavirus?
The only one that has come into contact with little Eddie is again Denise Garza, the judge-elect Gabi Garcia, their families. They were all in that bunched up little group together.
Does the child molester person also have to stay in quarantine?
Who?
The child molester person, the one that you all been saying, because he's been around him a lot, right?
The aggravated sexual predator.
I don't know the name.
The aggravated sexual predator, Denise Garza's camp, little Eddie's camp. They need to be in quarantine. Philip Cowan needs to be in quarantine because Philip Cowan was also in that group. Daniela Lopez Valdez needs to be quarantined. She should be. And if she's not quarantined, she's being irresponsible to her people, to her staff, and to her family.
Yeah.
Because all of them were out there together. So, again, Ms. Daniela Lopez Valdez, Denise Garza, judge-elect, families that were out there supporting. I mean, they didn't have a lot of people out there supporting them, thank God. But we don't know what other interactions they might have had. But Philip Cowan, you need to be quarantined. You came into close contact with Mr. Edelmiro. And again, y'all must act responsibly. Must act responsibly, because now you could be carrying the coronavirus onto your home families. So anyone, please avoid Daniela Lopez Valdez, Denise Garza, or little Eddie's in the hospital. Avoid Philip Cowan, please, and make sure that you practice good hygiene when you're around them.
Do we know when he started showing symptoms of the coronavirus, Erasmo?
On Thursday.
On Thursday. So that means it could have been incubated maybe between 2 and 14 days prior to that.
That's exactly right. On Thursday, he was taken to the hospital with respiratory issues.
No, but that would not have been the first symptom, right? He might have shown symptoms a couple days earlier. So, you and Frankie, none of you all, and I'm for your safety, Erasmo, and for Frankie's safety, you all have not been in contact with him at least for 7 days, right?
They've been no contact. That's one of the good things about them. Honestly, this is a good thing about them being so hateful towards us, because they were the ones that filed all those police reports against us. They were the ones that sent their borracho politiqueros to try and run us over. They were the ones that sent these people out there. And Frankie, and correct me if I'm wrong, our people, and they were out there commenting, oh, they're not being safe. Frankie, correct me if I'm wrong. Our people are, as of right now, no Rona. Everyone from campaign camp. Everyone from campaign camp, as of right now, no Rona.
Yeah, that is correct. And sending both Eddie Garcia and Denise Garza best wishes. We have seen what the COVID pandemic has done at the national level, at the state level, and even here in Cameron County, in Hidalgo County, where the governor did declare this a hotspot. If I'm not mistaken, he did mention that. So this is very serious. And for Mr. Garcia to go to the hospital for respiratory problems, it is something to worry about. The board does have a board meeting this Wednesday. So election is on Tuesday. So we'll see how he proceeds to handle those two big events coming up. But you are correct, Erasmo. Campaign camp, we were safe. We were wearing our masks. As of right now, nobody has shared with us that they have had any symptoms, that they've been sick, that they've been things like that. So it's something to watch out for, because this is very, very serious.
I received a message from Mr. Cowan. Mr. Cowan is getting tested, and thank you, Philip. And again, I love the Cowan family, and I'm very glad that Philip Cowan has taken the right path. Philip Cowan is going to get tested, and again, out of concern for anyone that came into close contact with little Eddie, please get tested. So guys out there, if you were out there holding his signs next to him, the ones that were out there, hugging him, and
yeah, because he was out there watching Tom Perez today too at Linear Park.
Yes.
Did he have a mask on then?
And again, guys,
Daniela too.
Again, Daniela Lopez Valdez, Denise Garza should be in quarantine. And if they are not in quarantine, it is irresponsible, and they're again placing our community in danger.
Mm-hmm. And they've known these two ladies that are running for BIC to represent us and our children. Do they not know that Mr. Garcia it has coronavirus, and they were in contact with him? And did they not know this?
They know now.
Oh, okay.
They know now, and
but they should have known this in the last 2 days. There should have been some sort of contact tracing. You would think.
No, and see, that's the problem. Look, and this is very indicative of what exactly is happening at the district. They try to hide. Look at what happened Charlie sent his kid onto campus knowing that she was corona positive. And now 2 schools had to quarantine their volleyball teams. The football players at Rivera, 3 weeks, no football. All because there's a culture of hiding stuff,
Yeah.
throwing stuff under the table. That's the culture that exists. Look, guys, we had at least 4 weeks ago, Frankie, and correct me if I'm wrong. At least 4 weeks ago, we learned we had 11 deaths. And I say that because we don't know how many more we've had up to this date right now. We learned because they had to file with TEA in regards to the extension. Guys, 11 deaths. And they're still having a principals meeting on Tuesday at Hannah. How does that make sense to anyone? The board member, the appointed board member, has tested positive in the hospital. How can you be forcing these people to come together when you could easily have that meeting on Zoom? Easily.
I agree, Emma.
Yep.
I have a question for you, Roman. We'll get off. If I can find it. Hey, Roman, what do you have to say about your buddy, Mayor Trey Mendez? Is he in the same pool of crap as the rest of these ratas in the Bronx community?
I've actually said it on our show. I've always believed Trey to be an honest person. He's my attorney. He's my friend, and I firmly believe that he's going to be an honest person on the stand, and hopefully shed light on the truth. And so I have no reason to doubt Trey. Just because you're called to testify doesn't mean you're automatically a rat. Although, if you are on tape and the defendant is claiming that she gave a certain individual thousands of dollars, that's a little bit different. I don't think there's anything on tape that's saying that the mayor is taking money or taking bribes or anything like that at all.
Dave, unfortunately, I cannot answer this question. So I'm going to pass. I cannot answer this question today. Ask me on Monday, and I will give you plenty of information. Was Laura trying to put us off as a dog and pony show to try and give the impression that she is not involved with Sylvia's dealings? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say no. It's not defending Laura Perez Reyes. I think she's done a good job of defending herself. Again, Laura did the right thing, guys. I mean, you could try and judge the reasoning behind it. You could try and say, well, it was because of this and that. It was the right thing to do. Could it have been done earlier? Should it have been done earlier? The truth, and I'll tell you the truth, we tried. But it was only Laura and myself. We tried about a year ago when I was on the board. We tried. Sylvia had control of the board. We tried. We tried to get an accounting of what the board attorney actually does for the district. And we got shut down by Sylvia, PDC, Drew, and Minerva. We got shot down. Even Philip was with us, if I'm not mistaken. It was us three, but it was always against them four. So, again, it's not easy being in the majority, guys. And there's a lot of things, and I will say this, and I'll always speak the truth. There's a lot of things that we all don't know yet. And I can't share yet. I can't. But I will say this. I've said before, and I'll go back to my previous statements. It's not over, folks.
Yeah.
This isn't over. By a long shot, this isn't over. And there's a lot of things that a lot of us cannot say. There's a lot of things that Laura can't say. She was released. That we do know. She was released. So we'll see. And again, all I ask, guys, is be a little bit patient with me, because what I can share, I will share. And what I cannot, I cannot. Please. But trust. I mean, have I been wrong so far? Just give me a day. And o como los mexicanos, mañana te digo. Mañana te digo. Mañana, el mañana que nunca viene. I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. My prayers again, Shayna. Shayna had a loss in her family. Shayna, we love you. We appreciate you. And my heart goes out to you and my prayers. God bless you. Minera Peña has been there since the dinosaurs became extinct. That's right. Maybe I'm just a Philistine, but am I the only one who thinks board members and the board lawyer shouldn't be making political donations to one another? I'm going to call myself a Philistine too then.
It seems like common sense. It seems like, I don't know how that's okay.
But didn't they say yesterday that Sarah Neva was seen depositing into her personal account and also she's spending gambling? Then that wouldn't be for campaign, would it? The gambling has not been brought up. She spent a crap load of money in gambling. That I've said before, and I'll continue to say again. A lot of money. Unreported donations may lead to money laundering. Yes. Hello from Louisiana. Monica, bring me some here. Hello, Cheese, Frankie, Manny, okay. Philip T. Cowan, which is lie. Which is a lie. You think everyone reported that what money they received, or do you think they kept it? No. Let me tell you something, guys. Campaigning is different from being on the board. Did all the money that they can get right now, this is my opinion, all the money that they can get right now, they're desperate to use on their campaign because they want in there, because they want their cash cow. Does that make sense? O sea, if a vendor gives them $10,000, they're going to go, boom, spend the $10,000 on the campaign because they want to get in there. Because once they're in there, that's when they rake the millions. And then I don't want anyone saying, Erasmo, you said millions and it's only $10,000. Guess what? I think Erasmo was proven right again, Frankie, maybe?
Yeah, but we can't go into the details right now.
Talk about
Yeah, let's not go there yet.
not good. Bye, Monica. God bless you. Thank you for coming on. For them at CRDC and get ready for moldy showers and bean and fellows. Or say my Tuesday nights. Happy Halloween, guys. Guys, slander is actionable. Cease.
I have no idea. Okay, can I say that, Erasmo? I don't know what you're talking about, Philip. I'm assuming you're asking or wanting us to stop talking about the bribe that the defendant in a federal corruption and bribery scandal is on tape saying that you received. All we're asking, and this is not slander, all we're asking is a statement from you whether or not you received a bribe. Did you? That's all we're asking. And I think we have a right to ask that as voters. But if, now you're going to say asshole. Now you're going to call somebody, another person, and ask, is that really what we want to teach our children? You're an elected official. We are not. I'm not. Erasmo isn't right now, but that's not what you're supposed to be doing. All that we're asking is whether or not. But if you want to sue somebody because you're a lawyer, maybe you should sue the defendant. The defendant is on tape saying that she gave you a bribe. Why don't you sue her? Instead of threatening me, Manny, Frankie, and Erasmo with your stupid lawsuit. You're an idiot. Sorry, I'm allowed to say that, right, Erasmo? That's okay for me to say that to an idiot, for an elected official, that he's an idiot? Sue Sylvia. Don't be telling us to sue. Just tell us whether or not you took a freaking bribe or not. That's all we want to know. We know corruption needs to stop. Idiot. Sorry.
He's right.
Manny, your take on the a-hole?
He's right. The fact that a board member would even go to that level to say those kind of words right there on the air. Roman's right.
I'm right a lot of the times.
You're an idiot.
He's an idiot. and just tell us, just make a statement. Get Rodrigo Moreno, Pink Ape, who you're paying $50,000, the one that's been a freaking informant or whatever for 6 freaking years. Have him write a statement. Oh, wait, maybe he can't talk about it with him because the judge admonished you. You're not supposed to talk to him about this freaking case. Maybe you get him to write about it. Instead of you write a stinking statement whether or not you accepted that money or not. We'd like to know. That's all we're asking. I think we have a right to know that. And keep your stupid lawsuits in your pants, you idiot. So, Philip, another comment. Philip's really popular here. Erasmo, I guess he's talking about you.
No, this is about Carlos Elizondo Melguizo.
Oh, not you. Oh, okay, not you. Are they having a little spat on Facebook right now?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
Is it okay if we listen in a little bit?
We should totally sit in a little fight.
Hey, guys, and it's funny because on one of the forums, Philip Cowan was like, which I chuckled during the forum because he said something about, oh, I think you have like a podcast show. It's not like I watch or anything, but like, you know, I hear about it. and you know, look at him now. Again, I'm aware that the board members are watching. I'm aware that these individuals come on here to hear the news because they themselves do not provide it for our community.
And just so you know, I usually don't call people idiots, but I'm borrowing Erasmo's word because he can't really talk about this right now. But, you know, and I'm just doing it because I can mimic Erasmo. And you want me to, I can even do the little Eddie voice if you want me to. You Eddie, me.
He's got rolled.
Oh, yeah, we can't say anything bad. No. Okay. Yeah, we'll make fun of little Eddie. But seriously, Philip,
that's my job.
I mean, is this how a board member and attorney is supposed to act, threatening people with lawsuits or cease and desist, whatever the hell that last word was supposed to be? But because people are asking questions, I think we have a right to know. Hell, your opponent has asked. I think Vito has asked. I think Adelia has asked. I mean, Jessica, I'm pretty sure has asked. Somebody has asked for a statement from you, Philip, whether or not you took a stinking bribe. Just because they didn't ask about you about it in the stand doesn't mean we as voters will have a right to know. Did you? I'm going to believe that you didn't, but we have a defendant saying that he gave you money.
To Philip's defense.
Okay, defend him.
To Philip's defense. There's a lot that he can't say right now. You know, we are going through this, and again, you know.
But it's out there, Erasmo. I mean, this is a really serious charge. Again, I'm not charging you with this thing. Neither is Manny, neither is Frankie. Only the fact that we have a defendant in federal court who said she gave several $1,000s to a sitting board member. That's what we have. And I think we have a right to know. I know you can't say anything, but I want to know. I do. I didn't vote for you, Philip, and I'm happy I didn't vote for you. I'm glad I didn't vote for you before I knew any of that. But still, I think we have a right to know. Well, every voter in the city of Brownsville needs to know this.
His defense, any attorney would tell an attorney or would say, the least you say, the better. Again, his defense, again, I want to say that you know, to put out a statement right now would be not recommended.
And Manny and I have invited him on our show to come on, and you'll have a very, very fair treatment. I'm not going to be an ass like that word that you used. But if you want to come on the show, talk about your campaign, where you are invited.
Is it normal for board members to receive or ask for kickbacks? Normal? No. It should never be this way. Does it happen more than it should? Yes. Are anyone else on the board? Yes, I can say this. Is anyone else on the board a rata? Yes. Drew Brown is a rata. Rissy Roca Tipton took money she should have never taken. I've shared that in her campaign finance report. She took $18,355 from a vendor and then voted to give the vendor millions of dollars. Should never have happened. So yes, it happens more than it should. When Laura and I complained about Dr. Atkinson and Prissy voting on money that was going to go to Adela Garza at TSC, I mean, we got slammed. We said, you all should recuse yourselves because you work and you are directly benefiting from the monies that PISD is paying TSC. And because they had control of the board, they refused to do it. And the only ones that fought them was Laura Perez Reyes and myself. because they should have excused themselves. They should have abstained from any vote. But guys, you know whose fault it is at the end of the day? It is the voters' fault. You voted for Prisi, for Sylvia. You voted for stupid Drew Brown. And now Drew Brown is telling you who to vote for. The same crap that's going to keep the district where we are now, guys. Drew Brown wants you to vote for my opponent, Daniela Garza, whatever, Daniela Lopez Valdez.
Yeah.
She wants you to vote for Denise Garza. She wants you to vote for Little Eddie. And she wants you to vote for Minerva Peña. Why, Frankie? Why?
They want to keep on that gravy train. They feel threatened that their grip on BISD's $500 million budget is slipping away. That is why Powers, is it Daryl? Daryl Powers was out there, threatening us with his vehicle, causing a scene, being under the influence at 9 a.m. That is why I have been threatened by a registered sex offender. This has not been easy, and we don't expect it to be easy. We understand that politics could get hot and heavy sometimes, but once these individuals resort to these type of tactics, that is a sign of desperation, because they are starting to see that they have no traction, that the community is not giving them that, that those vibes, and they feel that. And it's unfortunate that it has come down to this. But again, Drew Brown, Baltasar Salazar have been advocating for their slate because they do not want us to come in and have an external audit, to open up the books. Nobody questioned why Mary Tolman has not been moved based on her sister's involvement in a federal bribery charge. And again, innocent until proven guilty. I'm all for that. But again, it just goes to show you that there is no transparency at BISD, because Manny, Roman, if Sylvia Atkinson's sister is in charge of federal monies and Sylvia Atkinson is accused of receiving bribes from an undercover federal agent, the logical thing would be, you know what? We're not accusing you, Ms. Tolman, of anything, but just for the appearance of impropriety, just so people won't doubt that we're doing everything right. We're gonna move you from this position and possibly maybe even audit, just so we can prove that there's nothing wrong. I think that would be the best approach to do. But again, we see Sylvia Atkinson's stranglehold on the district, fear in the district that nobody's willing to do anything that will go against her, and that's the sad part. But with this election coming up on November, we will solidify everything that we've been talking about and give back to the community what is rightfully theirs, a seat at one of the biggest districts south of San Antonio. I can't wait for Tuesday, guys.
I'm enjoying the commentary between Carlos and Philip right now. This is enjoyable.
Hey, 2 shows going on.
I don't even. I wish I made popcorn.
Principles. I'm concerned for principles. While I'm reading this comment, I actually have popcorn.
Who made it for you? Did your security guard make it for you, or what?
John White. Actually picked up his John White.
Really? Oh, is he back from Facebook jail, John?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm concerned for our principals who are required to attend face-to-face meetings, and even worse, this past week had to pose for a photo without a mask, even after some of them commented about their elderly parents at home. Yeah, irresponsible. It's a power move. It's ridiculous. Good evening, Lupita. Good that you're watching, mi amor. And they're still forcing teachers and staff to go to school. Popcorn for 1 or 2 kids. Crazy. You make my days brighter. Love you, Erasmo. And Olivo. You really care about the people. God bless you. God bless you. I'm polling data on BISD. Any polling data on BISD elections? Yes. There is the porn bloggers polls, and he seems to have, and I'll see on mine. He seems to have me at 65% and my opponent has my opponent at 65% and I'm at 65%. Joey Lopez, Daniela Lopez Valdez's dad, is out there saying that his daughter, his little princess, is out at 65%. According to the polls, that he's out there paid $5,000, $2,000, $5,000 for.
Do people really believe the porn bloggers poll are real?
Well, I guess maybe Joey does.
I mean, because like I have a poll right now. I have a poll, and I'm just gonna say right now, I think Erasmo's at 55%. I'm the hell, and you're probably at 10%. Oh, I can't even do math. And there you go. What the hell,
Joey Lopez? Joey Lopez, you really think that your little princess, the one that you've given everything to in all her life, has never worked for anything that she's ever had, who couldn't answer a, like, I'm not going to say it, question to save her life, someone who has never set foot on a BISD campus, someone who has had no contact whatsoever with anyone outside her mom, who is an employee, a rehire? You're going to tell me that your little princess, just because your Joey Lopez is at 65%? That's stupid. Stupid. Let me tell you, if there's one thing that we learned about polls 4 years ago, how inaccurate they are, baby. And for everyone out there that's thinking, oh, Joe Biden's got this one, don't be confident. And again, I said this publicly, I'll say it again. I don't see Biden beating Donald Trump in this race. And again, it's not a political thing. It's not a Republican thing. It's not a Democrat thing. They were wrong 4 years ago. And if you believe the fake news that's saying that Joe Biden is ahead of Donald Trump, remember Hillary.
It's a fact. You can't, you have to go back to that. You have to go back to that.
Well, unfortunately for Mr. Elizondo, he can't run against his candidate because his candidate is in the hospital fighting COVID-19, Rona, that he thought was a hoax.
Basta, yeah.
That's my favorite. Basta? Is that really?
Gonzafos.
Appropriation.
That's all Manny and me and him. Shoot, Manny, you're gonna steal my words now. Dang, we've been hanging out too long. Appropriation.
Stay in your lane, Phil.
Yes,
I know you want to be, but you're not.
Stop threatening lawsuits. Seriously, stop threatening lawsuits.
Would you guys be surprised if Trey comes out to be corrupt like Atkinson?
I would be shocked. I would be.
Yes and no, but more yes.
Yes and no. I would honestly be shocked. Honestly.
I'm going to say this, guys. I love Trey Mendes. Me and Trey Mendes are like this.
I thought that was me and you, Erasmo.
He's good looking. I love Trey Mendes. Do I think Trey Mendes is corrupt? No, I do not. I do not think Trey Mendes is corrupt. Do I think Trey Mendes got too close to these people? To the trash? Yes. And I'll tell you a story. When I first started running for office, no one would give me advice on what to do, what not to do. One of the things that they told me that I needed to do was to go to all these political events and hang out with those politicos. And I went to one event, and I'm not going to say whose, but it just felt weird. I went to a second event. I walked in, and I felt dirty. And I immediately walked out. And I've never been to a political event since then. And I say that because, look, guys, that is the problem with a corrupt political machine here. They think that you need to be part of their little clique. And that's why they decide amongst themselves who they're going to face in these committees and positions that have to deal with millions of our dollars, like GBEC, BCIC, and all these other things. Do you think Roman or Manny will ever have an opportunity to serve on one of these boards that has a $5 million a year budget? Honestly, the truth is, no. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen because they put individuals inside their own little cliques in these. Yes, people. So what we need, guys, is to start taking away those individuals. It can be done. I've done it. I've done it. And for all the people out there that say, "Oh, Erasmo Castro, but what did you do?" I went to the feds. I did the right thing. I did the right thing. I kept my word. I screwed up with a DWI, but I kept my word. I was transparent. I was honest, and I took no money from your children ever. That's simple. So, do I think Trey should have stayed a little bit more away from these people than he did? Yes. I mean, he's still endorsing Adela Garza. Adela Garza is like this with Sylvia Atkinson.
Yeah.
Adela Garza and Sylvia Atkinson are tied at the hip. Why do you want to endorse a candidate like Adela Garza? So the more you stand around crap, you're going to start to smell yourself. So I love Trey. He knows it. Adela Garza is a piece of crap. And she's all those corrupt political machines are pieces of crap. Anyone?
I agree with pretty much every single word you said, Erasmo, but even up to the Adela part.
Again, that is one of the things that we are going to take care of. Number 2 on the contract with the community.
Good night.
Hi, Phil.
Buenas noches.
Buenas nachos.
When I say that, buenas noches.
Sure. Number 2, guys. Me too. No more retaliation. Thank you, Erasmo, for speaking up. Always, Danielle. Love you, Daniel. Audit third party, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Guarantee you. 100%. You will know what they know. You will know what I somewhat know. You will know. I promise you. Me too. Going for your work. Me too. I'm so sorry that you're being treated badly. Please document everything you can. Please document everything. Shoot. Guys, a lot of comments. I'm going to try to. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to skip some of them. I'm going to get the media ones. Thanks, Scott. Which board members is in the hospital? Lil Eddie. Valley Baptist. The day the city smells like bacon is the day the trial is over and justice will be reached. Lil Eddie. Yeah. If Minerva is fined for her campaign accounting expenses, can she use the campaign money? Yes. That's the whole measure of it. She'll still use vendor money to pay off her fines. That's the crazy part. Did the feds mark the bills? I'm going to say yes. I don't know. I mean, it happens in the movies. They have normalized it. That is why the monopolization of hiring and firing 100%. Erasmo is always right. Yes. Just follow the money to find fraud. Yes. Public information. Not enough.
Yep.
So is Chambers connected in any way to this? No, it was not. Has not been brought up in regards to this case that I can't talk about. Okay. Very disrespectful. Yes. I think they're talking about the Mr. Cowan's comment. Flip floppy flip. Great role model. Thank you, Roman. You're awesome. And yours is spelled. Right on, Roman.
Right on.
Why is everyone liking on Roman?
Because I'm awesome and totally not fat.
You just got a haircut, that's why.
Buenas noches, tío. Buenas noches, papi. Love you, Vicente. Love you, papa. Is Sylvia still lending cash out to teachers and non-BSD people? No. I think she worried about it. I gotta say, it's a statement he made. Yes. I preach, Roman.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not a son of a preacher man.
With all due respect to everyone, it sounds like the Biden family, they only care about their own. Yes.
Yes.
He wouldn't get mad or respond if he had nothing to hide. Preach. I just got intel Renee is going to resign. No. Not. Ya tienen miedo, but hopefully they save money for their maruchas. Yes. They are scared, and they should be scared because it's close. Calvin, you just taught my child a cuss word. You're a board member, but be a role model. Sir, when the school complains to me that my kid says a-hole, I'll let the school know that it was heard from you.
Yeah, because Phil's an idiot.
As I mentioned on my show, was scared of you reported because everyone took a $2,000 and reportedly Child 5 said that they donated to charity. Raw, Minerva was, I can't say, but I will say on Monday. We all want to know, Philip, did you or did you not?
That's all we want to know, Phil. Just tell us.
Philip Cowan, why did you find it a good idea to defend Baltasar Salazar? Our old board attorneys and current board members need to retire. Let new members in your pockets have reached the lining. Used to be a gravy train, now it's a prison train. Get on board to corrupt members. What's going to happen about the teacher that harassed girls in Porter? As of right now, there's an investigation going on. He is on leave. He should have been terminated immediately.
Yeah.
I saw the messages. And those were disgusting, Baltasar Salazar. But again, he's the nephew of Baltasar Salazar. He will be protected. He will be protected. Do you think the BISD police chief ordered that he be arrested if he goes back on schools? No. Did the chief of police for BISD police, did they go out and arrest the guy? Bring him in for questioning? They did not. There's accusations that the individual groped girls. I've seen the comments. I've seen the pictures. I've seen the messages that he would send via messenger. Now everybody has.
That's fucking.
And again,
horrible.
That's the way karma is, guys. And I'll tell y'all right now, that's almost exactly what they were accused of, with not an ounce of evidence. Not an ounce. And no, I was not an employee of the district. I was a damn board member, you idiots. Not an ounce of evidence. But you know what? Karma is a be-all. En esta esquina, you remember that joke. Good evening. Is Philip tipsy? He approached the district wanting to input on trial, and now he's attacking him. Patadas de ahogado. Is the popcorn delicious? I love it. Roman, what's your web show? No!
Real politics. Manny's in charge of it. Real RIO politics.
I won't feel safe until Erasmo Castro is mayor. 8 years. Evening, guys. Keep it up. Real politics with Manny and Roman.
Fifi.
Real politics. No. And as evidence and testimony available for public review after the trial, yes, I think you could submit an open request for transcripts of the trial. It's going to cost you a little bit, and there's a lot said, but I think it's open record, isn't it, Frankie?
Yeah, you'd have to request it, and it's going to be pretty expensive.
I need Philip and Carlos to hang on a minute while I go get my pop. I have a question for Erasmo and Frankie, or anyone who knows the answer. What is the actual requirement of being qualified to run for BISD in regards to residency? Can you just own land? No. Do you have lived in the homestead for a certain period of time? 6 months. Is there documentation that needs to be shown to verify the candidate has lived in the address? No.
They just take you at your word.
You just make a sworn statement and state that you have been living at your residency for 6 months, and know that you can prove it. And I'll give you an example of proof. Driver's license, voting record, that is considered proof. But let me say, there's a little glitch in it because a lot of people are saying, Erasmo's in Austin. Erasmo was working in Austin. It's like when our students are studying in Austin or in Dallas or anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world, actually. If our students are studying anywhere in the world, it's like our military, anywhere in the world, they do not lose their residency status. Their residency is here in Brownsville. They just cannot move their voter record. Does that make sense? Am I right?
Yes.
Now, you just made my day. I do not underestimate the Trump supporters. Trump 2020, 2020. Love you. It's because there's too much. There's a lot of. Let me tell you, there's a lot of momentum on the Trump side. I mean these Trump trains, the movements, the rallies. You don't see the excitement, guys. And again, I'm just being biased here. Was that when people thought you were giving free chicken play?
Hey, you know Brandon over in Kingsville is giving out pulled pork and fajita, no chicken, in Cleveland.
Damn.
He's rich. That's why I like him. He's got money.
With all those monuments he sells.
I like them with money. He puts putting up all those billboards for Trump. Some people just like to make easy money no matter what. Yes, little Eddie.
All right.
You knew on Wednesday. You on Wednesday. Yes.
Okay.
You knew on Wednesday.
And they knew on Wednesday, and these candidates are still going out today on Saturday.
He was still out there on Wednesday.
Who? He went to the hospital on Wednesday.
No, Thursday he was in the hospital.
Yeah, but he knew on Wednesday that he had the Rona.
He knew.
Yeah.
Again, they don't care. So again, him, Denise Garza, Gabby Garcia, instead of out there fighting bogus reports for the DA, y'all get healthy, guys. That's more important than trying to bring down Erasmo Castro. That's more important than y'all trying to file bogus complaints on Castro. That's more important. Your health.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you something, Judge Garcia, little Eddie, Denise Garza, Daniela. Your health is more important than this race. Stay quarantined. Stop spreading coronavirus. Stop being like the RV19. Please.
They have to show personal responsibility for Roman, who's driving.
Well, Daniela was out there all Friday. Daniela was out there all Friday, and coming into contact with all the politiqueras out there, guys. So again, why? You knew. I'm sure that little Eddie informed y'all that he was going to the hospital on Thursday with respiratory issues, trouble breathing, Rona. Oh, but it's a hoax. That's what they said. It's a hoax. That's why they send our administrators. That's why they send our counselors. That's why they send our students. Because little Eddie, Denise Garza, Daniela Lopez Valdez, Minerva Peña, they think this is a hoax. It's not a hoax. Roman, if you need to leave, leave.
No, I'm sorry. I took some allergy medication earlier because I have whatever Manny had yesterday.
I mean, really, if it's too much, leave, really, because
it's not.
There's a cab scared and all panicky. It's so sad, the tone he created, very unprofessional, totally bad representation of the board, and what can we expect from these people? The Porter teacher who groped underage girls must lose his teacher certificate, report to the state.
Did that actually? He actually did that?
Those are the accusations from the girls. There's 7 or 8 girls so far.
But he's not a teacher, is he?
He's yes.
What does he teach?
He was in charge of the newspaper. He was given a cushy position. I mean,
so he's in charge of the journalism then.
Yeah, the guy would not show up to work, get there late, arrive drunk or hungover. No one would touch him because of Liz Vera, Baltasar Salazar's sister, and Baltasar Salazar, and Minerva Peña, who got them the position at Porter. And my people at Porter, my teachers at Porter, they know this. They know that what I'm saying is true. The guy was scum. The guy was protected. And you know what? Porter seems to be the company for a lot of the sobrinas de Minerva, a lot of the pets out there. And they seem to be able to do anything they want. There's no accountability out there. Did I just say that out loud? Great evening, gentlemen. God bless you. The Vera boy's mom was a teacher. Now she's has a construction company. She has a real estate. Real estate. Do you remember, Roman? She was the one that had that fake address when they had that fake pack.
Wow, the one. Yeah, I think I remember that one. Yeah, that seems to be
the fake political action committee that went after.
Thanks for reminding me.
You remember that?
Yes, I do. The fake political act. Yeah, the one that was sending out mass mail outs and stuff like that. That nobody knew who this pack was. Yeah.
Did anyone use the F word?
I don't think so.
Frankie?
Right now or right now?
I don't know. I didn't hear it.
If you're asking me, I haven't used the F word. I try to be careful when I'm on Erasmo's show. He likes to keep it peachy clean.
Do you use your F word at all on your show?
Sometimes late at night when I'm getting more.
The late show. The late show.
Late show, yeah. 'Cause it's after midnight. I mean, it's adult hour.
Wasn't Eddie's family giving out?
Adult hour.
Oh, yes.
You should come
today.
on, Frankie. I mean, you should totally come on when late at night when you're not making out with Ruli.
happy belated birthday to my friend
Ruli,
Ruli.
happy birthday!
Happy belated. We had a little get together at his house. Great food, great ambiance there with the family, friends.
I'm sure it was great.
So happy belated, Ruli.
Was it
Love you, Ruli.
food today? It's a mistake, guys. They shouldn't have. They were probably out there at New York Deli with a De La Garza. They shouldn't have.
I have a question with little Eddie there.
No, he was in the hospital.
No. But does anybody was at New York Deli? Was any? I love that place. Was any of those people that were even around little Eddie at that event today?
Yeah, his family.
Holy crap!
Ouch.
I guess I'm at the wow.
Again, these people don't care. His whole family should have been quarantined.
Yep.
Yeah.
Denise Garza should be quarantined.
Yep.
Daniela Lopez Valdez should be quarantined.
They were all there at New York Deli giving out food to people. Is that what they were doing?
Yes. Philip Cowan is doing the right thing.
Yeah, he is. I'll give him that.
He is getting tested, guys. He is getting tested. Philip is doing the right thing. Daniela, go get tested. Denise, if you haven't yet, go get tested. We don't want all of y'all in the hospital.
Test.
Like you, lady. Administrators, everyone's getting COVID now. What do you think Minerva and Drew were telling their politiquera on Friday? I think they were talking to a tarot card reader, una bruja. This is what the picture looked like. Paying her to read the cards. Minerva Peña consults with witches, brujeria. That's what the picture looks like. That's the way I would capture the picture. Minerva Peña consults with brujerias. What's it called? The brujerias, the brujas?
Santeros.
You know what's very funny? That on when Minerva Peña found out she had gotten mentioned at the court, when they found out about the supposed what the newspaper mentioned in regards to the bribe, newspaper mentioned it. You know the post she put? Oh, God help me, your blood, your Jesus, God help me, God help me, God help me, God help me. Not even God can help you from the FBI, you piece of crap. From the long arm of the law.
Really? Words undefeated? Awesome.
Ooh, awesome. No one used the F word. Yeah, no one used it. Trust me, I get it. I get yelled at church tomorrow.
Bottom right of
the screen.
I did? I'm on the right.
Oh, Roman.
I'm on the right. Well, I'm not the
I'm on the bottom right.
This guy,
Manny's on the bottom right.
The other right. Was it this guy, Letty, or was it this guy? Oh, this guy.
Because I didn't use the F word. Listen later. Maybe you need an hearing aid or something.
People need to calm down. No one said the F word. Oh, but Karen. Karen!
I hope I didn't.
Santería.
Maybe.
Muy espiritual, just like Minerva, pero son hipócritas. ¡Curanderas!
When did we supposedly use the F word? Please tell us. I want to know.
Not that it matters really, but
No, I'm just curious. I don't like somebody accusing my friend Manny of using the F word when he didn't use it. So, because Manny's on the bottom right. That'd be you, Manny.
She has a bunch of stuff on Jesus blood stuff in it, but she's a freaking crook. Her actions are blasphemous. I'm saying,
Jesus.
don't get mad. But Real Politics is the show on YouTube and on Facebook.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Gotta promote. Gotta promote.
That was awesome.
Gotta promote.
I totally agree. I said freaking.
Yeah. Well, maybe you said freak. I told you to buzz up for all. I might be buzzed actually. No, I'm not. I'm just tired.
I wait my turn. I wait my turn. That's what I do.
It's a bunch of money.
Just a pretty face.
No one said the F word. I don't remember.
You want me to say the F word? Because I'll totally say it, sweetie.
Frankie.
Frankie. That's the F word, Frankie.
It was Berta Guerra wearing a blue shirt. Oh. There was something with someone that looked like a brujeria, santeria. La santeria. Minerva.
Isn't that like a drink? Or that's sangria. Sorry.
Saca la bula. Alex, be nice. Manny is a great person. Leave Manny alone.
Oh, wow. You see, Manny just gets all these fans, all these women that just love Manny, and I don't get it. He's just eye candy. Thanks, Stormy.
Stormy.
Oh! Roman, last words.
We're going to have election night coverage at some point on Tuesday. So that'll be fun. You're gonna come on our show and we do an election night coverage, or are you gonna do your own show?
No, we plan to be celebrating at 7:15.
Oh yeah.
Whatever the outcome, yeah, I'll come on. Whatever the outcome, we do hopefully plan to have a show. Maybe there's something like she'll sell her soul to the devil if something. Yes, something like that. Cowan might have said the F word.
Might have. You said ass. The other one. Anyway, my last word is keep going, Manny. Tell Erasmo. Tell us.
Now you may be sleepy.
No, I'm just yawning because Manny was sick yesterday or the day before yesterday, and now I feel kind of and I have this headache.
Where's Cowan to call you an a-hole too?
No. No, my last word. If you want me to do my last word, it'll be fun. The next 2 years are gonna be exciting. I was excited to vote for Erasmo, Frankie, Carlos, and Coach Joe. And Jessica, my friend Jessica. Although I love Aurelia and I love Vito with all, I do. I wish them the best. I just voted for Jessica because I did, and so it was enjoyable. Enjoyable voting for you all. And we have some good people on the ballot. We have some really crappy people on the ballot. Don't vote for the crappy people. I can say crappy, right? Leticia, is that allowed? I can say crappy, or am I?
Acceptable words.
Okay, crappy. So don't vote for the crappy people. Dapper change, Roman. No, I think me and Manny are going to be doing a late night show later on tonight.
I'm not doing late tonight. No,
You're not. Oh, he's mad. You made him mad. You see, Leticia, you made him mad for saying that he said,
No.
12 hours tonight. Jack in the Box 17. Manny, last words.
Jack in the Box. Everybody get out to vote. If you don't vote, you suck. Make the change. Pick the right person. Do your research. Get involved. Vote.
I'm going to miss you guys.
I got to watch The Sopranos again. You know what? You know who's a fan of The Sopranos? Manny. So we got to have him on. Is it okay if I interrupt? I want Vito on the show to talk about The Sopranos with Manny maybe on Wednesday.
By tomorrow.
I don't think we're talking about The Sopranos on Monday and on Sunday.
Hey, he's got an open invitation. He just never responds. Vito, you're welcome anytime. But you have to actually click the link.
Oh, what am I looking at? I'm looking at my TV because they're showing the local news. Like, wah, wah, wah. No, I can't do it right now.
Frankie.
Happy Halloween, guys. I hope everybody's safe out there. I just want you to know that COVID is alive and is still here. Prayers goes out to the individual with COVID. We hope that they get the proper care and that they are quarantined for enough days to make sure that no other persons are in contact or contract this virus. We have seen that it is lethal, it is deadly, And hopefully sometime in the near future we'll be able to combat this with some sort of vaccination. I'm very, very excited, guys. We are almost, inches away from the finish line. A couple more days until Victory Tuesday. I'm excited. I've had many great memories this far. Some not so great. I never thought I would be threatened running for political office. But all in all, it's motivated me. It's motivated me. It's encouraged me. It's kind of like a badge of honor, and I say that in a weird way because I feel that they see me as a threat, and I take that with pride. Thank you so much to our community. Once again, you guys have been there with us from day one. You guys throughout campaign camp these past 2-3 weeks have been amazing with us. You have given us more food that we can eat, made sure that we're always hydrated. You guys honked your horns and threw us the thumb signs. Others threw some other fingers up. But all in all, it was fun. Thank you so much. I can't say it enough. Your friendships, your messages, your words of encouragement are worth to me more than gold. Thank you so much for letting me be your candidate for place 2. It is not an easy job, but I am humbled by the great response that my community, that our community has shown me. So thank you so much for that. I am very honored. Have a good weekend, guys. Happy Sunday tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be having Manny Perez, a semi-pro basketball player here in the local Rio Grande Valley. So sports talk tomorrow with Manny Perez at 11 a.m. So please, no, not anymore. So tomorrow sports talk 11 a.m. Tune in, guys.
Yes, don't forget to fall back in your clocks. Manny Perez is my buddy, my bro. Hey Manny, I can't watch tomorrow at 11. I will share it because I love Manny. He's been a very good friend to me, and I am going to go watch him play basketball next week. Frankly, we got to go watch him.
Sounds good.
He's a great guy. I love Manny. Guys, we are 2 days away after tonight. We're almost there. Guys, if you can volunteer some time on Tuesday, please contact Linda Castro Dragustinovis. Spend a half a day out there, spend the whole day if you can, and help us by, encouraging and cheerleading people as they come into the polls to vote. We need to cover, I think she said, some 20 to 25 different spots. Guys, if you can, break down with some cash. Again, break down with some cash. Send me an inbox, and I will send you the Cash App. We need to feed our people on Tuesday. We need to feed our people on Tuesday. Now, if you can take food to our people, please contact Linda Castro Dragustinovis. If it's easier for you to send cash, send me cash. It's that number sign, that $, Erasmo Castro J all together. Just send me an inbox and I'll send you again, there's no shame in my game. I'll tell you when we need something. We need your help on Tuesday. We need you to contact all family and friends and make sure that they have gone out to vote. If you have any doubt, there's a list out there on the myaobe.com website, and you can check to see if those people that are telling you that they went out to vote actually went out to vote. Please check. Tuesday is our last day. There's a lot riding on this race. Again, the safety, the well-being, the livelihood, the life of many of our staff, many of our children, many of our community members is dependent on your vote. Our opponents have been linked to Baltasar Salazar, Drew Brown, Sylvia Atkinson. Is that what you want for our community? Have they not shamed y'all enough? Have they not shamed us enough? It's time for change. My opponent might be a great person, guys. Might be someone that you want to go out and party, have a little daiquiri with if you'd like. She's wrong for BISD. She will be a tool for the corrupt political machine that has us going to court every day to listen to how ugly some of Brownsville really is. Guys, have a great day. Tomorrow at church. Stay safe. Social distance. My prayers out again to the Garcia family. And little Eddie. Uh, may you recuperate from your COVID. May you be okay. To Daniela Lopez Valdez, Denise Garza, to all their little clan that was out there, even the aggravated sexual predator, quarantine yourselves. Gabi Garcia, quarantine yourselves for the safety of our community. Do the right thing for a change. Do the right thing for a change. Guys, be good to each other and be good to me. God bless.
They're gonna change the time.
Change the time.